Just kidding. Hey YouTube, this is Cabo Gary back out here with my truck. Today we're going to button up all the accessories on the motor and get it fired up. Let me show you where we left off yesterday. So right now the valve train's all adjusted, jakes are all adjusted, that's all sealed up on top. AC's bolted down. Now I got to bolt like the fuel pump on, the oil for that, power steering goes on the back, and then on the other side the exhaust manifold and the intake and the fan clutch. And then this baby will be ready to start turning over. It's going to take a little bit of time to get it to fire, being that it's lost its fuel prime and stuff like that. There's no primer button on this truck, so. But yeah, we should get it fired up today. Nothing too exciting, so I'll show you what I'm going to do, then I'll do it, then I'll move on to the next step. Most exciting part will be starting it in a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish bolting this down and adjust the belt, tension the belt. Then I'm going to bolt this back on, and then the fan clutch. And I'll catch up back with you guys when I get to that point. Well, YouTube, it's another day. So what I got done last time is I got this all mounted up. The fan is mounted back in. And let's go to the other. Oh, and I swapped out the coolant filter housing that's been leaking on me. And on this side, this is in place, needs tightened up. That's the fuel filter, the secondary fuel filter. This needs tightened up, and the belts need put on, and the air intake that goes over and down to the turbo, and I'll be starting it up. So I'm gonna tighten up all those bolts and stuff, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. So I'll set back, the flex plate broke on me. But the good news is got the exhaust manifold all bolted up and intake's all bolted up, so I'm making good progress. But I was able to find some in town, so I'm gonna cut this off and get it out of there and start getting a new piece ran. So guys, here's a little trick that an old time trucker taught me. So I had a small leak off of this turbo to the exhaust pipe. You can see a little bit of soot here. Well, DOT don't like that. Probably not a big deal. It's probably only under full boost. But if you take a piece of tin foil, wrap it around it, that gives enough squish that it seals them up most of the time. So that's what I did here. I just took a piece of tin foil, wrapped it around, cut it out. Now I'm going to put my exhaust back on. Well, I'm happy to have that back together. So I just cut a piece, put it in there. It's a battle to get it in there. It's like as much as I could flex to get to there. When we built this should have been cocked a little bit. Would have made it easier. But this is the muffler, by the way. It's pretty cool. It's like an auger in there. No drone in the cab, but seems to flow pretty good, and doesn't quiet it down a whole lot, so you get that cool semi sound. So that's where I'm at right now. Next thing, I'm going to put the thermostat back together and put all the pipes back together up front. Hey guys, this is something that I carry on the road with me. It's called clamp tite. Basically what it is kind of like modern day safety wire. So I lost a hose clamp on this intake, and I want to get it running and don't want to go out. So what you do is you take this wire, and I'm going to use a heavier gauge on this, and this is the tool. And I got to grab a set of dikes. Okay. need quite a bit of wire for this. One more. These work for hose clamps or holding stuff in place. They have lots of good uses. So I'm just going to cut that wire. Now we got to remember how this works too. I'm going to bring the wire, meet it together. I'm going to straighten where I got a little kink there. And you go through your loop. Place it where you want. And I got the strands crossed again. I'm gonna do this. I got more wire than I needed. I wasted some on this one. Alright. Then you take this guy and it's got a little notch here. That notch goes right there. And then you go over the first peg, and then you wrap it around the other one a couple times. Do the same on the other side. And then you need to twist them together. Over the top of the tool. So then you gotta make your wires how you want them. And then you just start cranking on this thing. What this is doing is it's tightening up this. Crank it. So let's do the tightness. I got a lot of bends in this wire. Okay, I'm going to take you guys off here and show you what I'm doing. So this is the tool. So there's a notch there. You go over this first peg, under this, wrap it a couple times and twist it together. If you don't twist it together, I'll just pull it. So what you do is you fold your wire in half, wrap it around and go through the inside, and then just make it as pretty as you want as far as the spacing goes. You tighten this up until it's tight, and then you fold it over, and that's what locks it in place. I'm going to touch you back up so I could finish it. So then you loosen your tool back up after you fold it over. You undo your wires, take them off. snip about a 1/4 inch from. I always try to bend it down first. So when you push it down here in a second, you'll see it'll go down into the rubber. Okay, and then you just finish it off by pushing these down into the rubber. And voila, you got yourself a hose clamp. I use this quite a bit. I really like this tool. It does take longer than a hose clamp, but I think they look better. And they advertise a complete 360-degree tightening, where like a traditional hose clamp, you know, it's got that inch on something this size that's not actually grabbing right, it's squaring off there. So, yeah, I like them. I wouldn't mind going through the whole truck and doing them all. It would just take a day. So, just thought I'd show you that. Well, guys, I got her all bolted back together. Let's see if she fires up. It's been a long time. There goes nothing. Well, guys, I'd say that's a success.